feel about your interview?
Actually, ma'am, I'm not that much aware of the company,
Okay.
all the founder and
Okay, no
establishment
issues.
here. Yes, ma'am. And
Okay.
also, my English is like very drastically, मतलब बहुत बकवास है, तो इसकी वजह से थोड़ा
No problem. Yeah. As a BDA, you're, mostly you'll get customers from your mother tongue itself. Don't worry on that. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Otherwise, yeah, how much would you like to rate out of 10 for your interview?
Ma'am, कुछ questions थे जिसमें like 5 or 6 out of 10.
Okay, fine. So, see, Kadir, overall, your interview was good. Okay. You have very good convincing skills. So, I never seen such a good convincing skills in any other students, I mean, candidates. So, wherever I was cross-questioning you were confident. And, you actually have a confidence, I mean, communication skills and convincing skills, everything. I believe that you will clear BDA shortly. And, you will do great as a BDA. You will meet your targets so fast. But apart from that, I would like to add few things. So regarding your introduction, it was good. You have covered whatever is relevant. Okay. And it's good that you have mentioned your skills and your achievements. Especially to the job that you're looking for is really good. When you said that, your experience with your previous company and your achievements in the previous company, that really adds so much to your personality. Okay. So introduction was good. Nothing to add on that. So about the sales questions that I asked you, you are good in convincing, just that try to greet the customer. Okay. So you have to greet, initially, and then try to connect with the customer. Okay. Try to interact with them directly. Don't go for selling. You tried interacting with the customer, but still add more things. Okay. So when I asked you, when I asked you sell me a pen, and you directly, went on, like, you just asked me, are you a writer? And nothing else. You started explaining about the features of a pen. Don't do that. Okay, just ask me that why am I here? Why are you here in a stationery shop? What do you want to purchase? Okay, so that is how you have to interact with them. That is how you create a need, right? You know very well as a salesperson, right? Yeah, first thing is you have to connect with the customer. How do you connect? First, greet them, and ask how many as many questions are possible. Okay. So example, when I asked you to sell a pen, then ask me like, why are you here, and how often you use pen. Okay. So what type of pens do you use? Okay. So these questions will help you to process your answer. Okay. Based on my requirement, you can pitch a product, right? When I said that I'm a student, that is where you got a point that because students got to write assignments and tests and all. So you will get a point when you speak to them. So try to ask, try to cross question them, or try to interact with them. Okay, try to build a trust. Okay, these things were lacking in you. Otherwise, as a salesperson, as a convincer, you are good at convincing. Okay. Yeah. So and then I asked you to sell a newspaper. In that, you directly went on to speak about current affairs as if I'm preparing for UPSC. Okay. So try to connect. Yeah. So don't emphasize on current affairs. I never told you that, I'm a kind of a person who is so much, who always want to learn what is happening. No, I'm just an ordinary person. I told you I don't read newspaper regularly. I read them, occasionally. I'm not that much concerned about current affairs. You can pitch a product by saying something else as well. And you did mention that, we have a, book reader.
Audio book. Yes.
Yeah, audio book. Right? Yeah, that is good. But practically it is not possible, right? For 5 rupees to sell a 5 rupees newspaper, you cannot, offer that much. But still, the point was little creative. But yeah, it was good. But try to connect with the customer again. So when I asked you to speak about a newspaper, try to ask my occupation. That will help you to pitch the product. If I say that I'm preparing for UPSC, then your point would have been valid. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
If I had told you that I'm a teacher, based on as a teacher, why do they read newspaper? Maybe they wanted to tell some motivational stuff in the classroom.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So you can tell how Tesla built a company. Okay. What was the struggling days of Tesla? Anything. We have a very good example of them. Okay. How they have suffered, and you can tell it in your classroom. Okay. So that you can inspire children. So based on the occupation, you can actually pitch a product. Okay. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Try to interact with them and try to get more information as much as possible so that you can think on that line, which you are already did. Okay, but these
Yes, ma'am.
things were lagging, so that is why I'm focusing on that. So about academic questions, you did answer some of them, but in few questions you did not answer. So try to, if you don't answer in the real interview, try to say that, so I'm sorry, I'll brush up on this knowledge. Okay, because
Yes, ma'am.
definitely if you, yeah, because definitely in academic questions, if you don't answer them, they may cross question you saying that, so as a BDA, your job is to counsel the students. How will you counsel? By asking questions. So before you ask a question, you should know what is the question and what is the answer for it. So if your academics aren't good, so what will you, how will you counsel a student, right? So in that scenario, you can say, definitely I understand, but definitely I'll work on my weaker area. I'll brush up my knowledge, and I'll ensure that, I'll do a proper counseling when I go to parent house, when I go to
Yes,
parent. Yeah. So this is how you can convince. So, and then about BDA questions. So regarding convincing skills, you did well. Again, the first thing you have to greet and say, for example, I am Kadir from Byjus. I realized that we got to know that your son has downloaded a Byjus application. So that is the reason I have called you. So am I speaking to, so-and-so fathers or mother? Then they say something, and then you can pitch a product accordingly. Okay.
Yes,
so
ma'am.
even in that case, you have to ask questions. So, ma'am, how is your child doing in his education? Which school he goes to? Okay, is he going to tuitions? Who is taking care of his education at home? Right? So these are the points which allow you to connect with the customer so that you can process your answer based on that, and you can create a need, personalized need. Okay, and then you can pitch a product. Okay.
Yes.
So yeah, in every question which I asked you in BDA, and as you told, you have a less knowledge about product, so try to know more about it. Okay.
Yes,
You
ma'am.
were answering well actually. So wherever a scenario was given, you were doing really well. But along with that, give a crisp answer. Okay, don't just
Yes, ma'am.
elaborate. Okay. So when when I told that my kid is going to a IITN, so the way you have started a conversation was good. Okay, which IITN, and you also mentioned what are all the problems as an IITN will have. Whether will they be
Ma'am.
really passionate, or those points were really good. Along with that, try to add, because if an IITN is a tutor, definitely a lot of people come to him. Okay, he cannot give
Yes,
a
ma'am.
personalized care to a particular child. Okay, so the ratio will be 1:40. But here at Byjus, they can we provide a personalized care. How we give, right? That is how you have to create a need, whatever they say. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So otherwise, yeah, it was good. And as I told you, try to connect with the customer and try to interact with the customer. Try to get maximum out of them. And based on the information they give you, create a need. Okay. So how do you create a
Yes, ma'am.
need? By rapport building. And then at the end, if I say that, I'll see, like, okay, whatever you said, I agree with that, but I'll see. In that case, you have to say, you have to create an urgency. Right? How do you create an urgency, ma'am? If you don't purchase this product right now, maybe after 2 months, if you are thinking to purchase this product, the cost will be higher. Okay. So this is a special offer that we are providing in a campaign. Okay. Because a lot of students are suffering because, some of them are not able to go to school. Some of them are having online classes. So they are not getting a proper conceptual clarity. And that's the reason we have conducting a campaign. And we are providing this product at a discounted rate. If you want to purchase after 2 months, you have to pay double the amount. So that is how we have to create an urgency over call. Okay. So these are the things that you have to improve. And then I told you what is your priority, sales or Byjus. You should always be passionate about what you do. You should not run beyond a company. Okay. Companies will come and go. So your skills will take you wherever you want to. Right. Because
Yes,
you have, yeah. Because you are a TL in a shorter span of time, it is not because of so-called brand name, that is Samsung. It is only because of your skills, right? So yeah, you should always, it is always better to stick with your skills. Okay. Yeah, that thing you can work on. Yeah, otherwise interview as a whole was really good, and you really have a good convincing skills. Hope you will do. I believe that you will do well as a BDA. Yeah.